The first day of the CELTA course. For those of you who don't know, CELTA is the Cambridge University credential for teaching English overseas, and it's considered gold standard. It's a very popular program, and more schools are requiring this, especially in Europe, but in the Middle East as well. In China, it's not so well known yet. However, it is gaining traction, and it definitely puts you to the top of the list for some higher paying kind of jobs and more prestigious gigs out there. Besides all that, it's actually really good training. And forgive me, I did not sleep last night because I'm in this shitty hotel room for the night. I got one more night here, and then I moved to the new one. You can see my other videos about that whole fiasco if you want. This is the first one in Shenzhen that I'm aware of. I know that they teach them in Beijing and Shanghai, where many people go. They also teach them in Thailand and a couple other places in Southeast Asia. But this is the first class that I'm aware of in Shenzhen. So I'm excited because it's just across the bay from my home in Zhongshan. We showed up and we did our introductions and we did a course overview, and the instructors are both English and they're both wonderfully lovely ladies with tons of experience. And with the first lesson, I was like, okay, this is something different. This is something I can learn from. The CELTA is actually designed for someone who's new to teaching, who has never been in the classroom. All of the people in my class have many years of experience, including myself, of teaching in the classroom. So it's a slightly different atmosphere, I think. It's a little bit more advanced for us. The first part of the lesson, we were given a ton of materials. I mean, check this out. I got, there's a CD-ROM. I have my own personal notes that I take. There's the book, and this is the book that they're going to use, the students in the class itself, as well as the one I'm supposed to teach out of. Then I've got a shit ton of handouts and more notes and evaluations. This is just one. I have 3 of these of my existing lesson plans that I use. And then this here is the official packet that the trainers send into Cambridge University for approval. So this is like the gold here. So that's all the stuff you get on the first day. But in addition to that, you also have 2 books that you have to read. I mean, this is one of them. Okay. I got this on Taobao. It was real cheap. In fact, it's actually a fake book. Check this out. 2 books. You have this one, which is for grammar, and then this one, which is just a general overview of how to teach, right? And they're thick. I mean, these are thick books. They're just basically manuals, right? And you have to read these before the class. Now, I didn't get to this one. I kind of skimmed through this one, but I did read this one. And if you buy them on Taobao, which is the Chinese version of Amazon, you get this, and it says, okay, it's included. But take a look. If you open it up, by the way, there's nothing on the back, and that's because this is a bootlegged, Xeroxed copy of the lesson. I mean, or of the book. See, check that out. It's all Xeroxed and then binded together. And that's why they were so cheap. Also, you're sent this packet, which is got 50 tasks, pre-course tasks that you're supposed to complete. And it's everything from grammar to vocabulary to sentence structure to essays. And you're supposed to type them up and present those during the class as well. That was time consuming. That took me probably, many hours at Starbucks to complete that. Everything else is stuff that I need to review and learn and put towards my lesson plans and my lessons over the next couple of weeks with real students. I mean, this afternoon we had our first crop of students in, and we were supposed to teach a short little lesson just to kind of give ourselves an idea of what it's like in front of a classroom. Again, this isn't new to any of us. We've done this a million times. But if it's your first time in front of a classroom, you do it on the first day.
How often do you speak Cantonese?
And then I have 4 weeks more of this. In addition, they give you this giant binder. Now, this binder, it's kind of empty at the moment, but by the end of the course, this thing will be overflowing with handouts and review materials, and in addition to my other lesson plans and my other notes and everything else. it's very intensive. Now, the next time I teach is on Wednesday, so 2 more days. But tomorrow I'm observing and taking notes of that. The teachers who are teaching tomorrow that I'll be observing are busy late night right now at a coffee shop working and planning their lesson, and it's very involving. I mean, you can't half-ass this. I'll be more excited when I get into the new hotel, to be honest, because this one's so, I mean, just sitting here, it smells like cigarettes. I mean, I have just a little bit of work to do, and then I'm gonna hit the sack. But I'll get up early in the morning again. I'm really excited about being in Shenzhen. The students all seem very enthusiastic. It's going to be the same student. This is rare too, by the way, but most of the time they have different students, different days. Here it's all of my company students who are doing this because they get free lessons, and I think it's a good thing because I'll be able to take the lesson plans that I have that I teach them regularly and enhance them and make them better. So everyone's going to win out of this thing. Because this is the first time in Shenzhen that I believe they're doing this. They were a little disorganized trying to get all the materials up onto the shared drive, setting up WeChat groups. The trainers have never been to China before. This is their first time, so they're still learning like WeChat and how to communicate and how to pay for things and things like that. But already I have learned, I mean, just in the first day, some great little techniques and great little exercises and activities that I can immediately apply to my classroom. And I'm very excited for what the next 4 weeks have installed. So I think that this is definitely, so far, it looks like it's going to be worth the money and the effort to do all this. I've been planning this for about 2 years now. So anyways, that's the first day. I'll give you another update later this week if something interesting happens. And of course, traveling around Shenzhen in my off time, which will be very little, I think. So that's it. I got to get to work, so catch you later.